Well, we know it's a Mondays with Max since I was muted. God, always something. Always something. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to start over because I did say some things at the beginning. Yes, it is. I hope your Monday's been good because mine has not. It's been a hell of a Monday. So let's start over again. So first was second TL. All set. Burn. Nah City. Nick the Best. Dom G. Son of a Rabbit. Zarkov. D. Parsh. Chump Change. Crypto Tito. Good to see you. Triple Nickel Technologies. Crypto McKell. Good to see you, sir. Actually gonna make you a mod. There we go. And Kyle Rosa. Travelers Travels. Let's see who else is here. Black Hat Team. The Toxic Miner. Steven Cicero. Integra Guy 041. Not to be confused with Integra Guy 042. Savage White Zero. Duke Nukem. Caw Valley Crypto. Caw. Strange Tamer. Cook 4015. Eatable Zebra. Jean-Francois. The Mining King. Iron. It's funny. I'm down this far and I did not actually see a tag of me saying you're muted. Ironwood Acres. Let's see. I jumped on me. Let's see. Where did I? Nelson Figueroa. Scott A. John Germain. I think I caught up there. T-Dub. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. And Sunflower Mama is here. Yeah, it's all her fault. She was out of the room. Gordon Murray. Neil Scully. The Red Panda is here. And I'm just going to scan going down because I think I pretty much got everybody. Smash the like, bros. I'm saying hi to Smash the like, bros. I'm not telling you to smash the like. And yes, I was muted before. Yes, I realize that now. Alrighty. It has been a day. So we will go over a few things, but let's start out with Nexa. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Nexa is up 15%. It was up a little bit higher earlier. It was up almost 20%. But hey, it's having a nice little pump. Of course, when you back out a little bit, you're kind of like, oh, you're still down for the month. But hey, if you're just getting in now because you've been mining it, which I have been, I'm not that unhappy. Although I've been selling along the way. But the nice thing about with Nexa is it's kind of a forced hold for a period of time because you can't cash out depending on what mining pool you're with. You can't cash out for like, I'm with K1 pool. So it's like almost 17 hours plus going over to Trade Ogre is about another hour. So we're looking at about 18 hours from the time that you hit the block to the time you can actually sell out of it. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy because not too many people were mining it back then when I got these blocks that I'm now going to be able to sell at the higher price. So, and considering Nexa hasn't really moved much, it actually did take a little bump. I think it was up 5% last time I checked. Yeah, it's up about 5%. It also had a nice little quick bump. If we back out to 1 month, you can see the bump that it's had there. But again, 5% versus 15%. Still coming out ahead, selling my Nexa and then going ahead and buying the Nexa. So I'm at actually over 700,000 Nexa now. Probably at about, yeah, right around 715,000. So I will most likely have enough at the end of the month for a full node. Basically, I'm going to probably just make up for whatever I have left to get at the end of the month. But I don't know. If my 84090 GPU rig continues not to be rented, I'll get there a lot quicker. So yeah, right now my 8 GPU 4090 rig is not rented on Vast AI. So that's a bummer. But you know, I've still been averaging about the same each week for all my Vast AI rigs, so I can't really complain. It's just I always like to complain when that one's not rented, because that one always hurts a little bit more than the others. My 4070 rig's not rented. Yeah, whatever, no big deal. Alrighty. So, but yeah, I mean, in case you didn't notice, so now when you actually go into, in fact, let me just bring up a window and go to, why am I drawing a blank? Hashrate.no. And we go to GPUs. Yeah, Nexa pops up quite a bit now, especially on the 4000 series. And if you go down to, let's see, the 3000 series, well, again, all the 4000 series, yes. Let's go down to, you know, here, let me just do this. Since we know that AMD, not so much, but even the 3000 series, Nexa is doing very well also. So anyway, just something to be aware of. I'm sure we'll see a hit to their difficulty as their price has gone up, but take advantage of it while you can. Alrighty, enough of that. Well, let's talk about what happened today. So, and it's not really what happened today. It happened over the winter. We have some damage to our gutters. And so we had the guy come out, do a quote. I learned a lot of things today. The first thing is that our house was built with crappy gutters. We have what's called an Omni gutter system. So it doesn't actually even have like a fascia board. It's, there's like an aluminum piece that comes down that just hooks up into the rafters. That's what serves as the fascia board. And guess what? Aluminum's pretty bendable compared to a board. So basically the whole thing kind of just bent. So we'll be getting that fixed. But we'll also be looking at what can we do to prevent it from happening again, even though what we're going to put in is going to be a heck of a lot stronger. But what can we put in? So today we go over what are some things that places that quote solar arrays, solar systems, what don't they put in their quotes that maybe they should in areas that are going to receive 6 or more inches of snow at a time and be highly likely. On top of that, how likely are you going to be to get snow right around the freezing mark? Because above and below freezing is also what can cause some serious problems. That's what we ran into this year. So let me bring this up. So there's a company called Alpine Snow Guards, that does have these types of systems. So in this particular case, there's 2 different things that they have. One thing that they have are these, I forget what they call them. Shoot, I just had it up a second ago. Not there. Here. They're called snow dogs. But basically they go in between all the panels and they clamp on. So I think if I go, so basically this is what they look like. So basically they screw on from underneath, and that's how they attach in between the panels. And these things have a flat side looking up and then a rounded side coming down. So they will still allow some snow to fall. It just really, really slows things down. And then the other thing that they have is the item at the bottom, which that's what it looks like. Yeah, right. So this is basically what it looks like. It's just basically a rail at the bottom, and it just slows everything down. So in our case, what will happen is the panels will get warm, and then a whole bunch of snow from the top down will start to come down. And if it's right around freezing, it comes down slower because there's a lot of liquid. And so it'll just bunch up at the bottom on top of the gutter. And that's what happened to us. So with this, it won't do that. It'll melt and the water will come out from out of it as opposed to the snow. And if some snow comes over the top, that's no problem. It's just going to really lessen the amount of snow. So between strengthening the gutter system to a real gutter system, a standard K gutter system, and putting these on the solar panels, will be set going forward. But yeah, I wish I had known that up front. So anybody's looking to get one in a snow area, make sure that your company is taking a look at proper ways to design your solar panel system so that it can shed the snow in a safe way so it does not damage the gutters. Or if you have something below it that you're concerned about, make sure it doesn't do an avalanche type of thing and damage something that might be below it. Like if you have plants or something below where the avalanche would occur. So, and actually one of the things this company has said that there should be about 3 feet between the bottom panel and the edge of the roof, because they also suggest having a roof mounted, like edge like this as well. That's actually mounted on the roof. So it'll come off the panels and then still be stopped there. Not sure if that's so much necessary, but ours basically goes right up to the edge of the roof and just literally falls off onto the gutter when it's going slow. If it's a fast runoff, like it usually has been in years past when it runs off when it's like, 20 degrees outside, but the panels have heated up enough underneath that the water just acts as like a lubricant, and then it just all comes off in one shot. It goes past the gutter. So yes, insurance does not cover any of this. So yeah, it's going to hurt a bit, but we'll get through it. We're not doing a gutter fund. I debated whether even bringing this up, but I thought it was a public service announcement for people that might be looking into solar. Make sure if you live in like Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin specifically, obviously Northern Illinois, Iowa, all of these types of places, Ohio, Northern Indiana, all these types of places, you definitely want to make sure that you have one of these types of setups. Who's going to say in the morning? Who's Gary? So who said what? Huh? Who's Gary? Oh, Gary. Oh, God. You are not seriously. Is the SEC going to have a press conference tomorrow? Is that what you're saying? God, I hope not. Well, anyway, so I guess we can go into that subject. We're talking about Gary from the SEC. I guess he is making an announcement at 8:30 a.m. I'm guessing he's going to sit there and gloat about how he sent a Wells notice to Robinhood because they've been naughty boys and girls. And, oh, please. It's the same ad nauseum. He keeps it's like, why does he keep going to the same thing all the time and just keep losing? Just keeps losing. The thing is that he's a one-trick pony. He keeps saying that things are securities, and the courts are against him. So now you have all of these companies that are getting the Wells notice. They're not even scared. They're like, bring it on. We're going to take you to court. Because they know they're not going to lose now. It is sad. It's just plain sad. Gary, knock it off. You're just basically, what is Gary doing it for if he's just going to lose? My guess is because for his buddies, that every time he puts out a Wells notice, what happens to the market? It's manipulated and it puts everything at a lower price. So BlackRock and everybody else, they're all in it together. And let's be serious. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if someday, somehow, that's what we hear as a backstory, that Gary Gensler was doing all of this to try to keep the prices of crypto down, and it only lasts for so long, and then people figure it out. So all I can say is think of it as a buying opportunity. There was a article I read today that basically said they believe that Bitcoin probably will end up in the mid to lower 50s before it takes off from there. So I know I have a buy in at 52,500. Not a big one, but just a little bit. I bought some at 57,800. I've actually been debating whether to sell that and double down at the 52.5. So I'm kind of thinking about doing that. I wanted to get to a 15% gain is what I was hoping for before I sold it. But again, we're talking like $500 amounts is what we're talking about. So nothing huge. But that's what I'm thinking about doing just based on what's going on in the market. So there's always opportunities to gain and game what, the system, game what they're doing, because what they're doing in the end is not going to affect anything. The key points that I always go back to is the fact that, you have BlackRock of all things. I talked about this last week. BlackRock is tokenizing their funds so that they can be traded on the blockchain. Okay, that's one of the biggest financial companies in the world. And now, I do have the wrong picture on the screen. Well, here, let me just go back to, here. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that chump change. Hang on. Oh, so there's the article on the Wells notice. So we'll leave that up. But bottom line is it's the power players that are just trying to make sure that they can get in at a lower price for as long as they can. So I don't know. We'll see. I do like the response that this Dan Gallagher said. We firmly believe that the assets listed on our platform are not securities, and we look forward to engaging with the SEC to make clear just how weak any case against Robinhood Crypto would be. I love it. Coming out punching. So, yeah. Frickin' Gary. All right. We're going to go right through the subjects tonight. What else did I have? I just decided to leave that up here. Oh, Hong Kong ETF access to China. I thought this was pretty interesting. So this was in an article where they're just talking about Bitcoin slips to 63K. And I think this is the article that I read where they said that they thought it might go down to 52,000. But anyway, the Hong Kong ETF rumors are that there's talk of allowing people on the Chinese, investors on the Chinese mainland, being allowed to purchase the Hong Kong ETF. Remember, Bitcoin's banned in China. So seems like they might be warming up a little bit to it. I don't know. But I thought that was pretty interesting. So anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting nonetheless. Let's see. What else do we have? There's one other thing I was going to talk about, and then we'll just open it up for AMA. Actually, I did talk about everything so far. Talked about the Robinhood Wells notice. Talked about the Hong Kong ETF access in China, the Nexa Pumping, and solar panels. I talked about everything so far. Alrighty, guys. Gutter Fun PS. The picture is still, yeah, got it. 99 tabs. Wait, no, chump change. Seriously, 99 tabs. That's how many tabs you think I have open? No, I've got way more than that. Alrighty. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? This one's on you guys. I'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I know I get asked the question a lot about, you know, what am I mining? Well, I'm currently mining Nexa into Nexa, so that is what I am doing. I do still have a Flux Nimbus node that makes somewhere on the range of around $90 a month, something of that effect. Second TL said, have you tried the vast verification trick now that you are not rented at the moment? I have not, because I haven't figured it out. Have not figured it out. Maybe tonight after the stream, maybe you can help walk me through it, because I have it installed, but I haven't really figured out exactly how to run it. So yeah, and who knows, maybe that's the reason, because it won't work. But I mean, I rent all the time and it gets rented for long periods of time, and it's not mining most of the time now. I'm priced too high for mining, so I don't know. So Zarkov says, did you hear the guy lost 7,000 open? So a guy lost you can't lose 7,000 open tabs. Control Shift T. Absolutely. You can get them back. You can get them back. I promise you. Let's see what else. What's the trick? Yeah, Control Shift T. That is the trick. Yeah, that's one of the most important keyboard strokes I've learned. Obviously, Control C and Control V for copy and paste. I use every day. Every day. At work, while I'm working on my computer here. Yeah, way faster than right clicking and copying and pasting that way. All set. Max, any new hardware you shopping for or want? No, I am definitely not going for 4090s right now. The one thing I was shopping for was a NAS. I really want a network attached storage. We have a lot of stuff scattered across a number of different hard drives and would like to get it into a more secure place than being scattered across different hard drives. So yeah, I mean, back in the day, people used to take things from their videotapes and put them on DVD, things like that. Well, now that everything's digital, yeah, it's great. Everything's digital, but you still got to be able to find what you're looking for. And so I would like to get things a bit more organized and things like that. So if anybody wants to go down memory lane, they can go down memory lane by looking in one location that is kept. And I know that there's the 3-2-1 backup. Well, baby steps. Gonna want to do the NAS first, then I want to get offsite as well. Either that or partner up with somebody else who's got a NAS where we just trade backups on our NAS is one of the two. I know people that have done that before. But other than the NAS, I am thinking about getting a Pocket 3 camera. I had almost pulled the trigger on it about a month ago. And now I've been watching some more video of people that have been taking with it and some of the things that I had heard about it. I'm like, no, that's fine. So it's one of those things. I think I actually want to get it for Sunflower Mama with what she does as far as taping things in the backyard. So I figure we can try it out for a month, see how it works, and then go from there. And it is pretty cool. It has a lot of cool features. One of them being a couple of them. So the first one that I can think of is the fact that it actually will follow the person. So yeah, if she's outside and she's moving around, the camera will actually follow her if she has it on a tripod. And then the other thing is that there's a certain package you can get with it that it comes with a good mic, a good wireless mic. So you can be walking around and just have the mic on. So yeah, I those are the two things I'm looking at. And that Pocket 3, I'm sure at some point I will use as well. I'd like to kind of just walk around and just do like a talking head video, not necessarily just sitting at my desk, but maybe being outside for a change, touch some grass. So anyway, we'll see. Those are kind of the two things that I'm looking at. What would my altcoin be if it was only one? What would my altcoin be if I could only choose one? That's just not fair. That's not fair. That totally goes against like diversification. If I only had one, I mean, I'd have to say Bitcoin, honestly. I'm not a huge risk taker. That's why I believe in diversification, because you can take risks, because if one of your plays or a couple of your plays don't do well, but some of your other ones do very well, then you're still okay. You're still in good shape. So yeah, if I had to make one bet, Bitcoin's the one. I understand the price movement of it much better than anything else. Yeah, I'd have to say Bitcoin. I know it's a boring choice, but that's what I would choose. Let's see. Rusky's Crypto Cave says, I like the Pocket 3. Use it for all my shed videos. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I've seen too many. Mr. Black just did a video on it today saying what he doesn't like. And the things that he says he doesn't like are definitely annoyances. If you haven't seen that video and you're thinking about getting one, it's worth checking out, because I was kind of like, oh yeah, that's gonna be annoying, but not annoying enough. let's put it that way. And then who's the other guy? It's really interesting because he doesn't normally do live streams. I can't think of his name. Actually, Chum Change told me about this particular camera reviewer. And anyway, he did a live stream, I think it was last week, and Mr. Black was there in the chat. And I was like, oh my gosh, my two favorite camera reviewers in the same spot. It was awesome. So I had asked a question about the Pocket 3 and said, I actually didn't say that. I said, I've got about $500 to spend on about $600 to spend on a camera. For something shooting outside, what would you recommend? And he's like, that's easy. DJI Pocket 3. I was like, okay, all right, I'm sold. Like I said, I was literally this close to buying one. I'm kind of debating whether to wait 30 days until the Amazon days that they have in July. So buying it in June, so that makes sure that if it does go down in price at that point, I'd be within 30 days where I could return it if I had to and buy it again. But what I always do at that point is I call them to price match. So, and that's always a fun conversation. They just don't get it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of thinking about waiting until then. But I don't know if I can wait till then. I don't know. But those are the things. Joker Miners here. Welcome, sir. Pigeon Coin. I didn't even think of Pigeon Coin. Well, if I had thought of Pigeon Coin, no, I would not be putting all my money in Pigeon Coin. It is interesting that it actually does have use. But no, I would not. Same thing with Ravencoin. Actually, Ravencoin was one of the things I was going to talk about tonight. I forgot about it, and now it just reminded me. I'm starting to align with Panda in saying that Ravencoin could have a serious comeback. And hear me out. This is why. Because what does it do? What is its purpose? Its purpose is to tokenize an asset, basically. That's what it does. That's what its purpose is. And that to me is going to be something big in this bull run, and possibly even bigger in the next bull run. And it does it very well. Doesn't do it through a smart contract, I don't believe. It does it in a different way, which I don't remember. I'd have to go back to the Savage Mind videos to really understand how he created the different assets. But yeah, I believe that tokenization of assets is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger, especially when you have, like I said, companies like BlackRock and Franklin Templeton doing it. That's giving other people confidence that, well, if they're going to do it, then why wouldn't we expand this to more things? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Zarkov, thoughts on BTC miners then? I would just say patience. Whether you own one or you're thinking about buying one, patience. Because it stays down this low for much longer. I think that there could be some frightened people that would basically be like, all right, get me out of this thing. I've had enough. Get me off this ride. And so you might be able to get some really, really nice deals, but right before the bull run. Never thought that would happen, but I mean, there's a lot of miners that are unprofitable, and yeah, I would just say keep your eye out if you're interested. Like I said, you might be able to pick up some cheaper Bitcoin miners. Hawk Crypto Mining with a $20 super chat. No, stop with the gutter fund. It's nowhere near as expensive as I thought it was going to be. Thank God. So we'll be fine. We will be fine. Joker Miner says, I'm buying more BTC miners, people panic selling. Yeah, that's exactly my point. So if it's already happening, I would say now may be a great opportunity to pick up a Bitcoin miner, because, you know, when it hits 75 to 100,000, those miners are going to be back profitable again. And you're going to be happy that you purchased at that point. And of course, when it goes above 100,000, which I think is inevitable, will it get to 150? I think so. Will it get to 200? I don't know. I'm guessing somewhere between 150 and 200,000 this bull run. Other people are predicting less, because every bull run is less. And 150 still, if you look at it, 150,000 is still less, significantly less than the last bull market from a percentage standpoint. So I don't know. I still think 150,000 is completely doable in this bull run. Let's see. What else are you guys talking about? Why do us Americans think BTC is their crypto? Oh, yeah, it isn't our crypto. It's everybody's crypto. That was the whole idea behind it. Yeah, I don't get that either. Do not get that. Joker Miner says S19K Pro 120 terahash for $900. What? That's crazy. Congratulations. Holy cow. I can't even. Where the heck did you find that deal? Was he? No, I'm not going to say it. Not on a live stream. Anyway. Yeah. Hawk can say it though. Yeah. Second Tail's like, I want in. I definitely want in. Oh, Black Sales says they put crappy hashboards in it, then sell. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if he did. You actually, was this a like, you were able to inspect it first, Mr. Joker Miner? I bought Hemule. What the heck is Hemule? Sounds like a CCXD deal. No, it sounds like a Hawk deal, the one where he swindled the guy. Let's see. Black Sales. What was Black Sales? Good Hawk, buy more. All right. What else do you guys want to talk about? Just had to change addresses. Alrighty then. Bacon, eggs, and hash. Janitor at the ASIC factory, putting them together from the waste basket. Hey, if it could be repaired for still considerably less than, I don't know. Anyway, I'm guessing Joker Miner did his homework. Oh, it was at Terra. So you were buying one from somebody else at Terra that sold it for that little. Wow. Well, Anonymous YT, this halving didn't really live up to the hype. This is typical after. Look at, I'm going to bring up a chart. Bitcoin halving chart. All right. And you got to remember, this one's different too. So let me bring this one up. Where the heck? Oh, there we go. All right. Let me switch screens. I think it's that one. Oh, that one works. So you can see here, like after this one, the 2016, Bitcoin went down. And again, this is a logarithmic scale, so it doesn't look as bad as it was. I mean, you're looking at it went down, 10, 20% at that point. Obviously this was before the halving. And I mean, we traded sideways after the last one, but you have to remember we had a big dip because of a black swan event last time. So it really kind of screwed things up as far as, basically threw a hitch in the whole thing. Well, this time we had a white swan event where it raised everything up prior to the halving. So we're way higher than we should have been during this part of the cycle. While last time we were lower than we should have been. Kind of look at where we were up here at just over 10,000. And then we went down to like, I don't know, it was like 3,000, something like that. It was really, really low before the halving. Well, that wouldn't typically have happened. Typically would have stayed, probably been slightly going up before the halving, but that's not what happened. So after the halving, it went sideways for a little while and then bam, it took off. The one before that, again, it had a dip before the halving. I don't know exactly what was happening around this time. It was actually before an election year. So I'm not really sure what was particularly happening at that point in the world. But yeah, then it started to go up to the halving, then kind of leveled out for a little while. It did take a little bit of a dip and then started to go up. So we're still too soon after the halving to really have taken off. And it's not unusual for us to have a dip after the halving. Like I said, logarithmic scale kind of lessens the impact because the percentage isn't as great. All right. Let's see what else. What was that? Oh, mic's going up and down again. It shouldn't be. It's still staying. It's at the same level. I don't care what it's saying. Okay. I'm just saying right there. It shows 45. It hasn't changed. Has my mic going up and down again, huh? Okay. Well, I think actually that's probably because I've been turning my head and the thing's too low. Let me bring it up closer to my mouth because it's at 45. It actually hasn't budged as far as the input gain. That's probably just the way I'm talking. All right, let's see. Shides, hey, what up? Just arrived. Tell me a joke. No, I am not telling you any of the stupid jokes that I've been hearing from Hawk lately. Can I post a link to that chart? Sure. Actually, just happened to find it. It actually came from coinmama.com. but I will post the link. There is the link. Let's see. Well, glad all set that you're hearing me okay. I appreciate that. Nice. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Hawk will be on Newsmax. Congratulations, Hawk. Too bad I'll be at work. And it'll probably be, is there going to be a link? There's going to be a link if you can post it at some point, maybe on Twitter or something, so that we can watch it live for those of us that are going to be at work and don't get Newsmax while we're at work. So let's see. You'll be fine, Hawk. Just be yourself. You'll be good. Yeah. Just as long as you don't tell any of those stupid jokes. That's the only thing. Only thing I ask. Don't embarrass me. Oh, so you think it's pre-recorded, then airs at night. Oh, okay. Well, let us know when it's going to air. Who cares when it's going to be recorded? Anyway, good luck to you. Vinny Del Greco says, wear the hat. Oh, I see. Okay. Somebody else said, wear the Yankees hat. Yeah. Oh, don't wear it. No, the other guy said, don't wear the Yankees hat. Vinny's saying, wear the Yankees hat. I got it. All right. When poker, not tonight. Probably right after this, I'll probably play a little bit of Helldivers and then go to bed shortly after that. So probably going to cut this one off right at 9 o'clock, possibly sooner. Since, like I said, I need to get a decent night's sleep tonight because tomorrow's going to be a long day because I'll probably work 11 hours tomorrow. And I'm sure my boss will ask me questions like, hey, why didn't this get done? Why didn't this get done? And be like, because I created that miracle, and that miracle, and that's done, which is way important than the things you mentioned. And yeah. Today was a good day. I really need to get rid of this live. I hate the heart being in the way of the chat. Drives me nuts. Live reactions, be gone. You are gone. Ugh. They say it's a good thing to have it there, but man, it's annoying. That is 10 Eastern. What? What's 10 Eastern? Oh, Hogan's Heroes starts at 9 p.m. on METV. That's 10 Eastern. Yes, it is 10 Eastern. Yeah, Hogan's Heroes, I never really watched that much of it. It was, believe it or not, it was a little before my time. That was like early 70s. And that was adult humor. I mean, it wasn't dirty humor, but it was adult humor. So as a kid, I didn't really like the show. My brother liked it, but I was not into that show. Max has no heart. Yes, you're right. I have no heart. The heart is gone. It is gone. And it shall be gone forever. I don't know. It's just annoying. They've got to fix it so that you can read the last chat, the bottom chat, the one that just came up. Well, 9 p.m. at night is when he's saying, I'm assuming that's when he was saying Hogan's Heroes was on, because I said, yes, I was going to be done with my stream about 9. And I think he's like, cool, Hogan's Heroes is on at that time. Unless I misunderstood. Crypto Craig says, it is put in the dumbest location. What? Yes, the heart is definitely put in the dumbest location. Yeah, I mean, why not just put it like next to where you actually chat? like chat publicly as whatever, and you know, you go down there, and next to, you know, the things that you have down there, I don't understand why it's where it is. It's just, yeah, next to the like button. That would work too. That would work too. I think they want it in the chat. Yes, and while we're talking about the like button, feel free to hit that like button. I have no idea how many likes I have. I have 100 current, well, I had 100 concurrent viewers. Do I still have 100 concurrent viewers? Yes, I do. 56 likes. Well, you know what that means, people. Anyway, I know nothing says my heart went away. It wasn't your heart. It was my heart. Crag Farm still running. I believe so. I believe it is. Bullwinkle was the best cartoon back then. I never got into Bullwinkle. I could never get into Bullwinkle. Yeah. I'm trying to think, what did I watch? I wasn't much of a Scooby-Doo fan either. God, I can't remember. I would say that I watched all the like wow, I can't even think of it. But basically all like the Superman, Aquaman, you know, where they got all together. That cartoon. I definitely watched that. Yeah, Looney Tunes are good. Original Star Trek was okay, but Next Generation was awesome. Dudley too, right? Justice League, thank you. Yes, Justice League. I used to watch that. Well, they were barely in the Justice League. They were in the Justice League, but on that show they were barely. That was like something separate.
No.
It wasn't?
The Wonder Twin powers were absolutely part of the Justice League.
Okay, I'm not going to argue. Oh my gosh, I know nothing. G.I. Joe, He-Man, Thundercats, Smurfs, Fraggle Rock. Oh my god. All Looney Tune. Yes, Captain Jean-Luc Picard was the best. Was the best Star Trek captain. By far. By far. Super best friends. It was Super Friends. So is that what it was called? Interesting. I didn't remember what it was called. Johnny Sacco and his giant robot. I do not remember that. Wonder Twin powers, not owners, activate. Oh, so there, I guess we're getting into fighting words, Dakota. No, not. They were both different. I mean, Captain Kirk was basically played kind of totally like tongue-in-cheek. He was not a serious captain. There was a lot of, you know, I don't know. It was definitely a different time. Next Generation was a lot more serious. You know, obviously the effects were a bit better. That's for sure. Oh my God. Hong Kong Phooey. Oh my God. Yeah. Vinny Del Greco, you should have just heard my wife's. You want to say it out loud? Yeah. She just did the whole Captain Caveman scream, but she did it very quietly, so you guys probably didn't hear it. Battlestar Galactica, the original, that was good. That was good. Speed Buggy. Oh my gosh, we are definitely going down memory lane here, that's for sure. Yeah, like I said, I used to watch all the Saturday morning cartoons, but I couldn't tell you exactly what I watched. It was just kind of, you just sat there and watched them. Retro Mike Tech, $4.99 super chat. Green Acres, it's the place for me. Anyway, keep Manhattan, just give me the countryside. Yes. Let's see. Okay, going down. Foghorn Leghorn. Yes. Then the joke, son. Those are jokes, son. Vikings. Vikings. Where'd that come from? I don't remember that cartoon or that kid's show. Little House on the Prairie. Oh my God. I never watched that show. I could not get into it. My sister watched it. Yeah, see, Ninja Turtles kind of came after me. Like, I wasn't watching cartoons when that kind of came out. Doug. Yeah, definitely see that you're from a different generation. My kids watch Doug. Okay, they watch the reruns. Grizzly Adams. Yeah, I watch that occasionally. Not to Waltons. Oh my gosh. I did not watch that show either. Mila Superstar. Hawk Crypto with another $10 super chat. F, this is going to be live in front of 100 million people. Pray for me, guys. You'll be fine. You will be fine. See, Speed Racer, believe it or not, my mom would not let me watch. I don't even remember why. There's something about it she did not like. Transformers never got into. Monty Python's Flying Circus. Oh my gosh, I did watch that back in the day. All of them. All of them. And I love watching the reruns of that. Never got into Benny Hill though. And it was always, I think it was Benny Hill first and then Monty Python's Flying Circus on PBS. Either the other way around, not sure. Let's see. Star Blazers. Blockbuster. Hey Hawk, just pretend everyone's in their underwear. Is that from the Brady Bunch? No, that was that from the Partridge Family? I don't know. One of those two. That's a bit that's played out for so long. It originally was played out in one of those two. I don't remember which one. Let's see. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of after my time when I was watching that kind of stuff, but yeah. John English. Huge tracts of land. Let's see. I remember watching the reruns of the shows you mentioned, but Turtles came out when I was like 5. Tube and Jar. Rockford Files. Oh wow. Yeah, I remember when MTV used to play music videos. Yes, Partridge Family. I remember that, Yankee. I used to watch that show.
Your mom wouldn't let you watch Speed Racer, but you could watch the Partridge Family.
Yep. I didn't say it was logical. Let's see. Reminds me of The Lonely Island. I don't remember that one, but one of the things we did watch was a Canadian show. What was it? Oh, Total Drama Island, which by the way, the announcer of that, like the guy who was like the host of the show, he sounds just like Rabid Mining. Go watch that show, then go watch Rabid Mining, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It is uncanny how they are so similar. I swear to God, he is that character from that show. By the way, my son, who is here from Alabama, and my wife are sitting here right now, like stating lines from Total Drama Island in the background. Oh, the mic is confused. Can't tell if background noise or not. So it's because I keep moving to the side of it. I need to move in front of it. What? You do not. Every morning I watch Bozo the Clown down in South Florida. No way. Bozo is from like WGN up in Chicago. I don't think he's on anymore. Oh, yeah. By the way, Sunflower Mama just said, you don't want me to say that out loud? Okay, never mind. Airwolf was a good one too. Yeah, it's pretty good. A-Team, that was all right. I did enjoy Airwolf. You at WGN? Yeah. Well, yeah, the original Bozo is definitely dead, but you know, clowns, a lot of people can put the same makeup on and nobody would probably know the difference. Just saying. Anyway, did anybody see my tweet, by the way? And does anybody get the reference that I was referring to? No, not that show. Because I said, does anybody know what time it is? Anyway. I do use Twitter, Vinny, occasionally. I don't use it a lot, but I do use Twitter. Oh, it might have been on Tool Time, but I was thinking of more like Howdy Doody. But anyway. It's Howdy Doody time. Anyway. And literally, I didn't watch that show, but I knew that. Oh, Airplane. Funniest movie ever. Ever. I practically peed my pants watching that the first time. I laughed so hard. Let's see. 400 cubic inches of American power. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I'm not sure what that's from, but I'm sure it's a reference to a show. Yeah. Vinny Del Greco, I speak jive. Yes. I speak jive. That's a reference to Airplane for those people that do not know. Loved that movie. And yes, it is. And please don't call me Shirley. Yeah. Johnny, you ever seen a grown man naked? Oh, Tim Allen. Okay, got it. Alrighty, guys. Well, we are rambling on way off of crypto, and it has been just about an hour. So, and I have to get up early tomorrow, so I am gonna call it a night. Hopefully there'll be more interest. I mean, I'm just so bored of the Gary Gensler does some bullshit and somebody else does something illegal and gets arrested in crypto. I'm tired of those stories. Kind of want more stories about what people are accomplishing. So yes, we can go digging, but it'd be good if it was more prevalent in the news. It'd be nice. So with that said, I am going to call it a night and appreciate you guys all being here. If you haven't hit the like button and you do like this kind of content, please hit the like button on the way out. If you do like this kind of content, think about subscribing. I appreciate it. I have gotten a few more subscribers since the last time, and I'll see you all again next time. And the general is out. Have a good night, everybody.